Welcome to my channel, Outside the Levees. I'm Jared Cernay, and today I'm hanging out in Lafitte, Louisiana with Theophile Bourgeois. The town of Lafitte is still very much reeling from damage sustained during Hurricane Ida in August of 2021. And as the owner of a fishing lodge in Lafitte, Theophile is still in recovery mode. Add that to his other jobs as a tattoo artist and a professional musician, this man definitely has his hands full. That still didn't stop him from hanging out and spending a little time on Outside the Levees. And let's get it started. Alright y'all, I want to preface this whole thing by apologizing for everything you're about to see here today. Nothing about what you're going to see falls in line with a traditional fishing show. Case in point, these two fellas that are fine representation of South Louisiana anglers. That's kind of what we're working with today, just to be perfectly honest, alright? I'm just putting it out there.
We at my cousin's place, Joe's Landing in Barataria, Louisiana. This is an icon of the Barataria side, dude. This is the spot to be. Best Bloody Marys in Lafitte, probably the world. You want a Bloody Mary, Joe?
What kind of question is that?
3 Bloody Marys.
I mean, look, I'll be honest, there's not a lot of bait shops you can go and also get a Bloody Mary. I mean, let's be honest here, right? When did y'all open back up from Ida?
Mid-December.
Yeah?
Mid-December, yeah.
So how long were y'all down for?
So that was in August to the mid-December. The only things that were left in here were, that still was original, was them Cypress bar stools and them 2 tables. That's it.
Damn, that's good. Home of the Bayou Bloody Mary. How about that? All right, so one thing you'll see about my partner, Theophile Bourgeois, he wears a lot of freaking hats. He's a musician, he's a tattoo artist, he owns a fishing lodge. He could basically fix anything, and apparently he's into cypress tree logs. So he's got something here he wants to show us. I think it looks like a piece of crap, but he says it's like really nice and valuable. Let's see what he's got to say.
See, I don't even understand how you can look at this and be like, because I look at this and I'm like, oh girl. Let me see what I can build out here, right? So it's sun bleached and it's all nasty and it's covered in mud, and it's to most people it's an obstruction, right? It's a hindrance to what they're trying to do. But to me, I'm gonna come back and I want to get this log. This is just mud and sun bleached, right? So if you get a little chop, look at that. Like you mill that down, that's good wood. All these old holes, these wormholes, like this right here. This is
so in other words, what you're saying is if you really took the time, you could make something out of that based on what you're seeing here.
Oh, I'll take this and I'll make you a gun case out of this right here.
What?
Oh,
no
yeah.
way.
Oh yeah. I'll mill that thing down in my backyard, drying in a kiln, and I'll take it in the shop. I'll make you whatever you want.
All right, well, I'm not buying it. I want to see, cause like that, I'm like, dude, get that out the way. That's a bunch of trash. Let's go see what he's got.
All right, so if y'all wondering why I'm so obsessed with this lumber and what the potential can be, this piece here is kind of a testament to why this is. So my great uncle on my Papa Bourgeois side, so Theophile Jr., I'm the 4th. His brother built this cabinet, and this is all sinker cypress. And this, when I was talking about the wormholes on the side, this is the edge of a log here, and you can see this is where barnacles were. That's the little calcification on the edge there. So he would put all these things together, but what he did was kind of cool. He would take a grinder, and you see these big slits he'd put in it. He'd give it even a little bit more charm. He'd get in there and give it a little bit more character. So in his house is right down this bayou, and his whole house is sinker cypress lumber. Outside, inside, it's crazy. So I'm gonna show you guys the cabinet shop, and I'm gonna show Jared why that log ain't trash. This is a beautiful board right here.
Holy, hold on, slow down. What?
And you just driving past that. You driving past that like it's trash. Look at that.
Wow.
That's beautiful.
No way. All right, ladies and gents, I stand corrected. So this here, what we saw out there in that swamp, this is what he can make out of it. It didn't look like much to me, but that's pretty. All right, so I know y'all see us having fun cutting up, but unfortunately there really was a disaster here, which was Hurricane Ida. It flooded almost all of Lafitte, ruined livelihoods, ruined businesses, ruined houses, and a lot of things had to be rebuilt. Unfortunately, Theophile's Fishing Lodge is not rebuilt yet.
This place is flooded 4 times now. Before my dad passed away, it had flooded 3 times, and he had already set the gears in motion on elevating this place. Coincidentally, that timeline fell right after Hurricane Ida. So on the heels of the greatest storm we've seen, we had 4'6" of water in here. The storm hit August 29th. We were slated to start elevation in December. So we almost missed this storm. But on top of all that, we had to completely demo and gut this whole lodge. And once they finally started the lift, they had about 4 months of digging. They started the lift, the slab failed. It's a 120-year-old building. And normally this place is bustling. You know, there's plenty of people in the community that make a living off of this place, not just us. It's like the families we feed, the guests that we share the Cajun experience with. You know, we don't just sell fishing, man. We sell the lifestyle. We sell the experience. Like, we want people to understand what's so beautiful about this place and why we love it and why we decide to bear our roots outside the levees, right? You know, so I mean, there's a risk associated with that, but it's worth it.
And I'm right outside a window that I love for you to come to.
Storm surge like the town of Lafitte saw during Hurricane Ida will continue to get worse as we lose more and more wetlands along Louisiana's coastline. We're slowly starting to rebuild those wetlands, but without national support, many restoration projects could go unfunded. The coastal wetlands dampen the impact of storm surge and strong winds during hurricanes, so restoring these wetlands actually holds an economic value. The more wetlands we have, the less money has to be spent on hurricane recovery. To learn more, visit my friends at Vanishing Paradise, vanishingparadise.org. Alright, well, we didn't catch any fish, but we still have to eat. As I've mentioned on this show before, one of our favorite delicacies down here in Louisiana is a soft-shell crab. Well, Theophile happens to have a buddy who produces, guess what? Soft-shell crab. So we're gonna go check out his operation, see how he does it, and get a few, go head back to the house and get cooking.
We are at Mr. Richard's crab, the busing station, what you call it?
Mr. Richard's soft crab.
Mr. Richard's soft crabs. This is the coolest operation, I think, on the Barataria side. So when we, at the lodge, we always serve Mr. Richard's crabs, because I mean, you can't get no more fresh than this.
When a crab first comes into Mr. Richard's shop, this is the first stage, and this is the tank that they go into first.
Okay, this is a red line female. She's got a new little claw. If we ever figure out how to grow a new arm, we're gonna be millionaires. The crabs do it. In the leg is a red line. This red line, right where my little fingernail is, in 72 hours, this crab will be soft. 72 hours. That's the crabs I keep. I don't like crabs in my building for more than 72 hours. This is a female. This is a male. And he does not have a red line. The fishermen throw him in there. He's got a white line, which means it might take him 96 hours, 5 days to shed. Okay? Well, I don't pay. Now this has got a red line. I can see the red line right on my tongue. See that little red hook?
Yeah.
That crab will be soft in 72 hours. This is a buster or peeler.
Okay.
And you can see the back side, the crab just about to come out the shell. That's the new soft crab inside. At this stage, this crab cannot hurt you. I will put this crab on my ear to prove that he ain't hurt me. I have a crab earring, son. Every crab in this box here, and And this box here should be soft by tomorrow morning.
Okay, gotcha.
These crabs are soft. That's the soft shell crab there, and the soft shell crab there.
Okay.
When the female gets this big apron, she will never be soft again. This is the final take. I get up every 2 hours at night to take crabs out of the water, because in 2 hours they'll start to turn what we call paper shell. The restaurants don't want them paper shell. They're chewy. This is a soft shell crab. It's a labor of love.
All right, so I don't know if you heard that right, but he wakes up every 2 hours throughout the night to come in here, check the tanks, and pull them out at just the right time. If you let them go for too long, the shell is not what the restaurant's desire. So if you're an insomniac, this might be a good job for you. All right, y'all, so we're gonna go ahead and make some soft shell crab po' boys with a delicious brown gravy. I'm gonna start with jar roux. The reason I'm not making a roux is because we've been filming all day, all right? So I don't wanna hear, oh, you're not a roux, you didn't make your roux. Save it, okay? I know how to make a roux. I don't have time to make a roux.
That boy lying! He's lying!
I'm not.
I see you just burned the roux.
Okay, now the thing about jar roux, you just let it set like that. It's not gonna do what you think it's gonna do. You do have to add some oil to it. So I'm gonna add a little bit of oil. And we're just gonna try to get it going. It's gonna start breaking down over that heat now. All right, got that roux broke down. Now I'm gonna go ahead and add a can of chicken stock. That's about half right there. All right, 1 can of chicken stock. Now I'm gonna start adding water. If you've ever had a roast beef po' boy, you're trying to get the consistency of that gravy there. All right, I'm gonna add 1 more water. All right, now I'm gonna turn that heat pretty low. Gator glitter, Cajun garlic, butter with a bite. I'm not gonna use too much. Get some of that, some onion powder. Like I said, I'm not gonna crank my heat up on this. I'm just gonna kind of let it simmer while I'm getting them crabs ready. All right, so this is a soft shell crab, see? Soft. So you can't eat it just like this. There's just a couple things you gotta do. First is to remove the eyes and mouth area. So you just kind of cut into it with a pair of scissors like that. He's trying to remove that part. It's really not a big deal. Okay, get that off, pull it off. Then you want to get the lungs. That's this part here. So to get to the lungs, I just fold that up just like that, okay? Pull that out. Okay, fold it back, and then he's got some more on the other side. Just fold it up, fold it back, and then the last thing to do is to turn it over and pull this piece here. That's the flat part here, comes from the top of the shell, so you have to separate it from the top, discard all of that, and now you're ready to eat. I know what you're thinking. There's no way they're gonna eat that. But watch how good it's gonna look when we lay it on that po' boy. All right, so I went ahead and dried off the crabs real good with a paper towel. I started seasoning. I'll put a little bit more of this old boy right here. Now he said it's with the bite, so something that pre-warned you with the bite, you probably don't wanna overdo it. Got a good bit of cayenne pepper in it, so I'm really just hitting it with a little bit. Some onion powder. Flip it back. Back to the onion powder. And that's it. That's really all we're gonna do. Now I got my hot pan over here. Add a little bit of oil. All right, spread it around. Good, nice and hot. That's what we like. Before I drop them in that gravy. Oh. Did you hear me? Na. All right, y'all, we sauteed these for about 10 minutes. We didn't need to cook them all the way through, probably a little bit over 50%, but let's get them to that gravy. Go ahead and just drop them on in. Let everybody get to know each other. Gravy, meat crab. There he is. And we're just gonna let that cook down for probably about 10, 15 minutes. Don't need to cook it on too high. You just want that gravy to start seeping into the crab. Say, what's happening, crab? My name Gravy. That's it right there, y'all. All right, y'all, we sauteed for about 10 minutes, dropped it in the gravy for about another 10 minutes. Now, if I had a lot of time, I'd let it just simmer in that gravy for a while. But since we're short on time, let's go ahead and get a good crab out of there. Oh, check him out, boy. Get him on that bread. You know, we got to go with more gravy than that. I mean, we didn't make gravy for it to go to waste. There it is, y'all. Got to use your favorite mayonnaise. Ours is Blue Plate, as always. Get a good bit on there, don't be shy. Get you some lettuce. Don't be shy. Get you some tomatoes. Don't be shy there either. All right, y'all, that is a soft shell crab in gravy po' boy out here on outside the levees. Shout out to Theophile. Thank you, brother, for showing me around Lafitte. I'll be back. It's a beautiful place. All right, y'all go check him out. He's not far from downtown New Orleans. What you about, Toe? 45 minutes? 30 minutes from downtown New Orleans, so you got no excuse not to come see Theophile down here in Lafitte. If you haven't yet, subscribe to the video, click the like button, click the bell down below, and we'll see y'all soon. Let's get in this little po' boy now. Don't fry them. Do this with them.